Hello, it is Monster Train. I think it's been at least a full week since I've recorded one of these. I sort of lost a little bit of steam. I was preferring to play either, Covenant 10 runs or some other game or do some other thing. So I didn't do these for a while, but we're back trying to knock them all out. It shouldn't be too hard. I will say it feels like they've sort of trended in the direction from being weird and wacky to like actually challenging. And I don't know, it's not exactly a welcome change if I'm being perfectly honest. But it is what it is. We'll push through. We'll get it done. I'm thinking we do one of these two here. We've got Organized Chaos, where we're with Orichi. We have Volatile Spells. Volatile Gauge. And Musical Chair. Shuffle the position of all units in the train after combat. I have a couple of questions about this. Namely, is this going to send my units to different floors? And then this one, does this include like buff spells that I apply to my units? Will spells that I could apply to my units or to enemy units apply randomly to anyone? Because that does seem like it could be kind of challenging. Like that makes Secret Ingredient almost useless, right? And Lazarus, I feel like, is pretty dependent on those sorts of buff cards a lot of the time. So that's interesting. I don't know what to think about it. That could, I would think, make this potentially a pretty difficult run. We also have this one, which is Big Worm. Fill your train with a menagerie empowered by Bogworm's heart. However, spells are more difficult to utilize. So we have extra space. Bleeding Cash, I don't love. It's probably not a huge deal, but early game a little spicy potentially. And Arduous Arcana, spells cost +1. With Big Underlegion, with Bolete, I feel like the answer here it's asking for is you're like looking for Cluster Kernel basically, and play like a bunch of Cluster Kernels and then rally Bolete, and that probably more or less takes you to the end. Maybe I'm mistaken, but that feels like the play here with this one. This one, it sort of on the same token, it feels like this is like take Reanimate version of Orichi and have him kind of carry the run. Feels like a definite strategy. I think I want to try this one. It's at Covenant 0, which I think is like Covenant 0 I think is a little bit worse than Covenant 1 because you don't get the starting cards, but it shouldn't be that big a deal, right? I think we're going to do this one. There's a couple, since I don't really know what's going on, it may not go that well to start, so I guess we'll find out. But I feel like the unstable pathway is not the unstable, the Reanimator pathway feels like it might be the move, unless you have a hard time reliably getting him Reanimate. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Let's try it. We'll do this one. Alright. Monster Train. I've been playing this game a lot still. Oh, this is a weird screen. I feel like I assume I've probably seen this at some point, but it didn't ever look like that, or I have no memory of it. We're fighting Dominion. Pushback is barely of any consequence because I think the mutator just kind of does that anyway. And then spikes. I feel like I've been like always fighting spikes recently, which sucks because I think this is the most difficult version of Caleb. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. And then we have this, which heals our units. Seems not that helpful. Let's see what we can do. Targets of spells are chosen randomly and undo is disabled. Start with Volatile Gauge. Excuse me, which we have. And then the shuffle the position of all units in the train after combat. So I feel like AoE spells or spells that only target enemies are gonna be potentially helpful here because I don't have to like guess what they're gonna do. Mixes seem kind of useless. So it sort of feels like Pyroborn's damage spells are gonna be the more useful addition, but I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna make use of that. So I guess we'll find out. Unstable increases by 5. Your Pyre. So this is, if we're taking Reanimator, probably good. I think it's just generally probably a little bit better than the other one anyway. We do see Reanimator. I'm a little bit dubious on in-camp paths, right? Because we can find ourselves in a situation like this can target your own units, right? And so is that going to happen? Because I don't want it to. So I guess we'll have to find out. But I do think Reanimator is going to be the move here. The trick is going to be figuring out a way to get Reanimate on Orichi. So that, I guess, is going to be what we try to figure out. Let's do it. I'm just going to take paths. That's fine. Shouldn't be... I mean, we don't have really much of a relentless plan, to be honest with you, but we should be able to take out these guys without too much difficulty. Play our stuff. Alright, so... here's the question. What does this do? Okay, it's just gonna target anybody, huh? That I feel like makes this path very difficult to manage. And this is just gonna target anybody. It's gonna target anybody, I think, on the whole floor. That makes these like really bad. Like really bad. Also, I feel like I noticed this because I was doing a run with Pyroborn that it had that one Pyroborn card that it's like explosive to a random enemy and it gains damage on Slay. But when I was stacking up a lot of Pyrogel, it seemed like I was never getting Slays, and it seemed like the reason was because the spell damage and the Pyrogel damage, rather than like the spell, like the Pyrogel modifying the damage of the spell, it looked like it was doing two different instances of damage. Does that make sense? Like it was doing the spell damage, and then it would do whatever the Pyrogel was, it would just do that damage on top of it. Is that how Pyrogel reads as a description? It doesn't. It makes it seem like your like the incoming damage, the damage that the spell does, is increased, and effectively that's what happens. But it seemed like for the purposes of what was actually getting the Slay, it seemed like it wasn't giving the Slay because the Pyrogel was what was doing the lethal damage, which makes that card like really bad. But I suppose I could be mistaken. Now the question is what to do with this, right? Because I want Orichi to have Reanimate, but if that's just going to, yeah, I mean, it'll let me play it, so it'll probably give it to one of these two, potentially. That's a definite challenge. Definitely something that's difficult to manage. It probably means that blues are going to be the best choice here. We'll just give that to you. That just does the 1 damage anyway. Oh, you only have 45 health? That's funny. And I guess we'll just, yeah, see? That makes life... Oh! That was something that I wanted to figure out, and I did not do successfully. So this is, like, really bad. Things are looking real rough. I guess... I mean, I guess that's fine. Okay, well, Orichi is dying. That's pretty terrible. Spear Stewards are also pretty terrible because they just get shuffled. Yikes. What are we doing in this run? I should have just played them the other way. That was silly of me. I mean, I don't really want to play Firestarter because who the heck knows what's gonna happen. Putting it on my own unit is really bad. So I guess we just mix. We take the free turn to hopefully do something. Great work. Okay, 180 health is not very much, so that's good news. Lifesteal, I guess, is probably slightly better in this circumstance. I'll give you more rage. Play this. Pretty good on the boss. And I think we have to play this now, right? Because we are in danger of giving it to the enemies if we don't. That should do a decent chunk of damage at least. Yeah, okay. I'm tempted to just not fuck with this. That's probably low enough to get you. Wanted to see if it still worked. I feel like maybe see, I don't know, cause like giving you a little bit of regen that like doesn't really do anything that bad, right? But giving you rage is definitely bad. So what are we doing? Giving my enemy sap, like it feels like this totally neuters mixes, makes them completely useless. So how are we going to give Orichi reanimate is the question. I don't know the answer. Oops. Wait, why are they so slow? Alright, this should be easy enough. Yep, we're just not gonna play anything. And that's it. This is a weird one. This is a weird one. So Forevermore Serum is a pretty, clear choice much of the time, right? Because we want Orichi to have reanimate and just be strong and carry this run. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can see a way to reliably get him enough reanimate that he can sit on the front line. If I can't target him with spells. Like, I would have to play him on the top floor and give him enough reanimate from the beginning to last the whole battle. How the heck are you going to do that? So it feels like having him, but he can't really sit on the back line either because he's going to get shuffled around. What do we do with this run? Maybe the in-camp path was better and just like play cards that even though they don't, I can't really make use of good cards, I can just play whatever. Maybe that was the right choice. I'm not sure, man. I think we might. So the one thing that we do have going for us is equipment are not spells, right? So we can definitely do those in a more useful fashion. And so maybe something like Vampire's Assistant is more like the play here. Just have like a different sort of carry unit that we can equip with some sort of powerful equipment and get let that carry us through the game. It's tricky. I think I'm gonna take this. I don't know how we play the... Yeah, this targets my units, which makes it bad. This I don't have to worry about the targeting, so I guess it's probably the choice. I don't know what to think about this. See a Pyreborn unit with a steel shop. Lazarus with the steel shop again. I feel like all of these spells are terrible except for alchemy. How do I make Orichi gain reanimate? I feel like I have no answers for that. So we need to go with something else, I think. Gold Tooth? Gold Tooth might be good enough. I might do it. Get a bunch of money. Let them shuffle around. I'm imagining a situation where we upgrade this gold tooth and then duplicate it a bunch of times and let it sort of do its thing. What upgrades do we want to give it? I mean, multi-strike, I think. And then I feel like multi-strike quick, low-key, might be the play. Is that good enough to survive Dominion? And I just hit neither of the things. Avarice 10 is kind of fun. Animate, I think not. Large Stone. I mean, it keeps you alive. For a while, at least. Not too bad. Not great. Avarice on you? I feel like Dualism would have been better. I think we want multi-strike pretty badly. I could give Avarice to Shield Steward. Make me a little bit of money. Okay, I think there's a pretty real chance of death here. I think we are going to do... I guess we'll just have Gold Tooth. And then Orichi can sit at the top and hopefully clear some backlines. No, I wanted that. I can't undo. Oh well. Should have done it the other way, probably. Oh, that's hasted anyway. Whoops. Should have paid attention to that. Oh, we can play Alchemy. Add some Pyre Gel. Hope for the best. I'll be real with you, I'm not sure I see how this run makes it. I mean, I think we do win Relentless. We'll take some damage here, but it's not like the end of the world. Give Lifesteal to the dragon. Probably good enough. Rage. Thanks for that. Very helpful. Great stuff. Alright. Wow. Thanks, Volatile Gauge. Extra lifesteal is good. We just go ahead and play it. Yeah, okay. So we do make a decent amount of money. I think I'm not going to complain about what I'm seeing here. Twisted Back is good. Lava Armor, Fire Gel, Golden Touch. Golden Touch doesn't work. Lava Armor, I feel like, is not really what I want to see. Like, Lava Armor I think is good, but I can't reliably... I guess I could have something that sits on the bottom floor that gets Lava Armor. I suppose it's worth taking, just to consider that. We will not loot. I don't know if we ever get to the point where we're reliably cashing out on that. Since we still don't have much of a plan, I think it's left. Look at units. Multi-strike is definitely good. We see Meat Hook and Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor? I could put Large Stone on Plague Doctor. Hope for the best. Is Hook Hand better? I should be able to add both Multi-Strike and Large Stone. I think we're not gonna put all of our eggs in the Plague Doctor basket though. I think we instead will give Multi-Strike to Goldtooth as originally planned. Large Stone onto Plague Doctor is pretty good. That helps, I would say, considerably. It doesn't matter as much if they get shuffled because Plague Doctor will not die as easily. This is pretty much exactly what I was imagining we might do with this run, which is play just a bunch of Goldtooths and let them stack up a bunch of money and have a bunch of damage. And I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to hope for the best. See if we can just use overwhelming force. It would have been nice if they had quick, but the game did not offer that to me. I think Plague Doctor now struggles to find a place to live. My deck slowly is becoming just all cards that are bad. So, what are we doing here? Do we do anything? Do I give Large Stone to Plague Doctor? Or just keep the money and go all in on Goldtooth? That sort of feels like what's going to be the play here. Also, should get to a pretty high damage number for the early game relatively easily. Let's do it. See what happens. We might be taking space here so we can play, because we can't presently play 2 Goldtooths per floor. But we can play 1 per floor. And just hope for the best. This is probably enough firepower to take us through this battle at least. This does certainly seem like it's going to turn wacky pretty quickly. But I'm kind of here for it. Yeah, I can't play... Really, there's not really much good reason to play any of this. Which of these is less harmful to my units if they accidentally get played? I think this is the choice. Because even if the enemies get regen, like regen on enemies doesn't really matter. So I think greens are still the play here. Fire starters are absolutely terrible. Cannot play our greed dragons. I didn't give large stone to Plague Doctor. That's okay. We're going to give trample. Why are you suddenly taking more damage? Are you taking 18 damage? Oh, it's literally just 5. 5 plus 13 is 18. Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? Okay. Yeah. I guess we can hope for the best and give... like, sort of just hope that nobody ever gets up to the top floor. Give you lava armor. And then try to give Orichi regen when possible. My deck is full of bad cards that all cost 3. That said, we're kind of doing work here for the moment. Just play mix. If you animate, good. We'll play it at the next opportunity. Can't really find a situation. I think we'll just do this. We'll give you the vampire thing, and that's probably gonna be good enough to survive Relentless, would be my guess. For this, reanimate 2, we'll just play it. Goes on the wrong unit, which is the story of this run, I think. But we high rolled a bunch of gold tooths, so it is what it is. Yeah, can't really do much with this. We in fact win on the bottom floor, so this seems like it'll work. What do we got? Tome of Horrors. I don't really see how that does us good. Devilish Details is kind of interesting because we don't have to fight the Titans, so as long as we don't die, taking pyre damage isn't really that big of a deal. Superheated, I feel like, is not going to do anything for me. Tome of Horrors is also pretty dangerous. I mean, unless I'm putting Orichi on the top. So I could... what? Put Orichi on the top floor, give him Tome of Horrors, and then what? Right? It feels like just a lot of investment in mostly nothing. I'm going to take Devilish Details, even though it seems silly. We see Test Subject Alpha and Hulking Mass and Miser. I'm going to be real with you. I think we're just not taking any more units, and we're going to hope that Gold Tooth provides us enough firepower to make it through. And to be honest, I think there's a pretty real chance that it does at this Covenant level. So we're going to save again. Okay, Magic, Merchant of Magic does virtually nothing for us. So I think we're gonna fish for trinkets and random events and hope that they make us stronger. I don't think small concoction ability really moves the needle. Graft unit is pretty dang good. Dragons applying fire gel on strike is also pretty dang good. I think we will take both of those and not reroll probably. Pretty happy with that. I do want to kind of be careful of my gold, but also I should be able to, like, you know, put a lot of gold. Yeah, see, this again is like... Can you even give avarice to enemy units? I'm gonna take this one, because it says avarice, and we're playing for money. I think we'll save our money, since money is the fuel for our victory. Removal and duplicate. It's interesting. What are we gonna duplicate? Maybe the brain spike or the alchemy? And remove fucking everything? Alternatively, equipment could be the secret here. An organ harvester is probably pretty good. There are various rooms that I think are pretty strong. So yeah, that might be the play. Okay. Alright, let's see if we've concocted something that will work. -1 per turn is a little spooky, but I love money. So we're gonna click it anyway. Alright, volatile gauge. Thank you for your assistance. Yeah, thank you for your assistance. Leg doctor on there for good measure. I probably should have given you large stone. Double-edged bearer is incredible. I'm gonna put you here in the hopes that you die at some point, and then I guess Orichi can be there too. No, Orichi. Oh, I can't backtrack. Oh well. And we're not gonna play this other stuff because we want to play Gold Toots. Yeah, I mean that's, you know, pretty satisfied with that at the moment. We'll just put this up here. I don't think I really want. Actually, I want this one, and it's gonna go on. Yeah, on Orichi. Totally fine. Totally fine. Giving Orichi his own floor where we can hopefully give him a bunch of buffs is probably not the worst thing in the world. The game is telling me not to play Devilish Details in possibly the most ideal run ever for playing Devilish Details. It's very rude. Oh yeah, what does that do? Sure. What does this do? Heal to full. That's low-key pretty good. In this, where I'm basically doing strength in numbers and not concerning myself with survivability at all. You can give enemies avarice. Well, I guess there was only way to find out. One way to find out, huh? Alright, here you go. Add you to the list of enemies I would like to kill for their equipment. Oh, alchemy, yes please. Okay, this seems altogether, you know, sufficient. Can't even kill Leg Doctor. We'll play another Greed Dragon. I probably should have thought about that before I did it, because I played it for a bunch of Ember, but that's okay. Because these units are apparently impossible to kill, I have not successfully... Aha! Someone. Double Edge. We love it. Should I play Devilish Details? I only get 2 eggs from it, but it does take me to 8. I'm going to do it. We want money. I think we pretty... Yeah. Alright. Thank you, Goldtooth. I guess. And damage taken. Oh, yeah, from the card that I played. The 10 damage that I took willingly. Horrify, bad. Reanimation Lab. pretty bad. Mixology, also bad. I will skip. Mind Cage, fanning the flame. This specifically targets enemy units, which makes it potentially better. That I don't need, nor do I have space for it. Actually, I do have space for it because each of my floors is 7 and gold tooths are 3. But we're not going to pay attention to that. I'll take that, I guess. I don't think it's good, but it at least isn't useless. I think Medallion of Superiority is, you know, a marginal increase in stats. Manifold Mirror is pretty good here. Odie's Totem is also not too bad. Not too bad in this very rare scenario, but I think I'm going to take Manifold Mirror. Try to fish for some kind of useful room. Probably, I don't know, removal. What do I duplicate here? Another Gold Tooth? I currently couldn't play an additional Gold Tooth. I think I'm likely taking energy rather than space. Why? Oh, that's from Medallion. I would sure like to remove cards, but I do think this is better. Steward's Quarters. Soul Smelter is like fine. In fact, I think I'll take it because it doesn't cost anything. Or like it doesn't cost 3, right? Like it usually would. Void Armament, I'm not a fan of. Fight Club, I guess, is fine. It's not really what I was hoping for. Let's chill on this, because I think we do have, yeah, he's showing me the same stuff. Soul Smelter, I guess, is still fine. Do I really want 2 of them? Yeah, I do. Did I take Fight Club? I didn't. I can take Fight Club, I guess. Emote Tone. This is probably better. Sort of just not playing spells. I guess I could use that to play Alchemy, but that seems pretty low impact. I don't think so. Void Armament is a little dangerous. It might be good, but it's a little dangerous. Soul Smelter, deployable. Might as well. If we can't play it, we can't play it. It is what it is. Did I take Fight Club? I did, yeah. Better than nothing, marginally. I probably should spend a little money on removals, because I have, like, my deck is just absolutely full of shit. This doesn't take me below threshold, so we'll chill at 500 for now. Oh, how did I get down there? All right. We're just kind of seeing what happens. Taking trials. Puffball, I'm not that mad at. Okay, how many gold tooths can I play? Looks like 2. Not great. 2 is not a great number of gold tooths. But that's what I was seated with, so I suppose it is what it is. Orichi probably clears out. Actually, Orichi clears out this wave. If nothing else, we'll put you there. Buffer Flesh, good. Ah, that's right. I forgot that you, by virtue of being played, give energy. Man. Lazarus never fails to be like, here's something strong. Would you like to be strong? I mean, you know, we're playing sort of all Pyreborn here, but still not mad. How does this not kill the last guy? Oh, we're not even exploding. Weird. Did I not? Oh, my deployable is probably full, huh? Alright, that's fine. We'll just give this to the back guy. We will play a Greed Dragon here. Maybe I should have given that to a Greed Dragon on the bottom, but I think it's fine. I think it is fine. This... Okay. I have gained my equipment, or my energy from equipping. That's okay. I'll do it anyway. Does this have the spikes that I just gained from? No. The spikes apparently go to the character. Okay. This seems fine. Orichi is dying. Oh, because he has corruption. That's fine. I think you are no longer considered an integral part of this run. Sorry to say it. This is a bad placement for this, although I do get at least one from it. Lesson learned. Okay, we'll get some gold from that guy. Fight Club, good. I could play Devilish Details. Am I foolish enough to do so? Perhaps. Oh, nope. Choice was taken from me. Probably for the best. You have to survive, right? I would say your chances of survival are fairly high. Twisted Back is extremely good. It will block damage on the units that we care about. I guess we'll play Vampire's Tooth there. Does nothing. Oh yeah, I'm getting enchanted with Titan Skin, so that was never going to do anything. Excellent plays. I guess mixes are like marginally useful. Oh my. Okay, so I don't know that it really matters. Here's a Vampire's Tooth. That'll probably help keep you alive. Reanimate one. We'll give it out next turn. Gold Tooth, sure. Here, you can have Twisted Back. And some Avarice. Hell yeah. Make me money. Yeah, okay. You get 2 eggs, which is not too bad. Not good, but it's not bad either. You are not the one with Soul Smelter. Fortunately, you do not contribute to more eggs, but it is what it is. Alright. But now we just like get a bunch of money and hope for the best. I think Replicator Ray is a... Oh, but I can't... Presumably this can't be played on enemy, right? Because they don't have equipment. I think we take it. That one did say friendly unit, which probably is worth considering. This targets all units, but I don't think that's really the direction we're moving. I think we skip there. We will save. I had to think about what those words meant. Alright. Card removals would be nice. Duplications, I think less so. I'm not really sure what... Like... What artifacts do I even want out of this? I don't feel like any of those are doing me much. Sketches of Salvation, kind of nice. Bola's Tuning Fork, eh. I've already seen Emote Tome. There's just not really much. I mean, the pyre on deployment would be pretty nice. Duplication. Should probably consider duplicating some more. Gold teeth, because eventually they are going to die. Merchant of Magic doesn't really do anything for me. I suppose this is fine. This allows me to play that one card. Lost luggage. Not bad. This is pretty good. I'll take it. Duplicate. I think we are just gonna duplicate some more Gold Tooth. Just having an endless stream of Gold Tooth is probably the play for this run. We'll just, you know, do our best. You have no survivability, just do strength and numbers. I feel like this is how Fireborn runs have played out for me a couple of times now, where instead of like Fireborn has like no survivability, right? It's one of the challenges of playing with them. So instead of finding survivability, the plan just sort of becomes like have a bunch of units, and that's it. And like, I don't know, it seems like it kind of works. Do this, basically. I've done this. I feel like I've done this exact thing a couple of times now, where instead of just doing a bunch of, instead of just using a bunch of units, sorry, instead of just finding, I got lost in the sauce in the middle of that sentence. Instead of finding some survivability, you just find one of the two strong units, being Gold Tooth or Greed Dragon, duplicate it a bunch of times, and just, you know, if a couple of them die, then so be it. It's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Anyway, we're going to play Replicator Ray on presumably the only unit that it can be played on. Excuse me? What the hell? Was that? What the fuck? So it tried to play it on a card that it can't. So I can't target spells by making them only applicable. Well, that fucking sucks. Alright. Hate this game. Not really. We're going to... I'm just going to hit Alchemy. I think we're in relatively good shape, even though that Replicator Ray was a highly disappointing performance. We will give... I mean, I'd like to give Soul Smelter, but Soul Smelter does not appear. It's feeling shy. So I guess it's not going to be here. We can just give this to you as a plan for Relentless. That's fine. And then, here you go. Let's overlap it if we need to. We have one energy. Oh yeah, that's right. Enemies can get Avarice, apparently. At present, I'm not feeling overly concerned about this run. I would have liked to play Listed Assistant, but it is what it is. In fact, instead I'm just gonna play that and take pyre damage. Excellent work. Soul Smelter on you. I don't know which of these is more likely to survive. And actually you... Oh yeah, you get healed. You have less corruption, so hopefully it will stay that way after this turn. We can play another Gold Tooth, which is nice. We can play Plague Doctor, which I suppose there's no reason not to. That does make you take a large chunk of extra damage. I'm not really sure why, but I'll accept it. Oh, because of Pyre Gel. I forgot the dragons apply Pyre Gel. That's nice. Listed Assistant, welcome to the party. I'm full up on space, but that's okay. That was always part of the plan. We'll just give rage to somebody at some point. Oh, Kayla's dying. Alright. He'll get me at least a couple, but I'm full anyway. So I probably shouldn't have played that because I only needed 2 more. So I played. I took 10 fire damage for 2 eggs instead of 3, and also I probably would have got them anyway. Man, that card is so bad. Scrap for parts. I can't target, so bad. This is bad. This is bad. Skip cards. Do we want Ember? I think the answer is Ember. That helps. Yeah, that helps. We will loot. I don't know that Conduit, even though I'm doing a lot of equipping, I don't know that Conduit helps me. We'll just take Ember Charge. More energy is more good. These are all really good. I'm not getting that many Scourges, hopefully. Unless the Ring 7 combat goes really bad, which to be honest, I think is unlikely. Oh yeah, the question is, do I visit a Merchant of Steel? Answer, yes, but I do think Artificial Pyrostone is probably still better. The only real question, I think, at this point is, do we survive Seraph? And I genuinely don't know the answer to that. Is this better? I don't know that it matters. Orichi, despite my assertion at the outset that the name of the game here is make him carry, Orichi has pretty much become useless in this run. Basically all cards are bad. All cards that are not assistants. Zone of Silence? Potentially worth. I do need to remove some deployable units now that I think about it, like you. I think that's a lot more value than the thing that I currently have. So we're going to attempt to play it. The thing is, I think we still have too much deployable stuff. It's what? We have 7 here, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I remove that Train Steward, I might be guaranteed to get what I want. Yeah? See if that works. Sacrificial Chamber is probably good here. The thing is, the only real question is, can I deal with Corruption Seraph in this run, right? And so Zone of Silence, while it doesn't give silence to Seraph himself, does help considerably because it removes all the other units' ability to give corruption. And so that is good. All right, let's play the video game. We're gonna go to the next. Hope for the best. I think we have minimal concern. You have 250 health at Covenant 0. 250? Game is so easy. Alright, well, I was a bit concerned about Heaven Seal. Knowing that you have 250 health, I'm no longer concerned. At 425, this is a little scary. At 250, I don't think it is. Alright. Now we have lots of energy to play in deployment, which is delicious. We'll let Orichi hang out at the top. We will play some Gold Tooths. We will play... Here you go. Thank you for your assistance. We will play some Gold Tooths, and... surprise, we're playing Gold Tooth. Full train. Yeah. See, this is pretty much what we want. Zone of Silence isn't really that helpful here, but that's okay. So there is there a world where I can make this Replicator Ray work? It feels like the answer to that is fucking no. So that's a shame. We will play Zone of Silence because it is good. You can't really play this Greed Dragon. Twisted Assistant may never die, which is a problem. Did I not have Soul Smelter still? Am I crazy that that has deployable, right? Okay, I need to pay more attention. Oh, I did forget about Orichi. I need to pay more attention to my set of deployable cards because some of them are clearly not appearing. I guess I don't have any more combats to do that. So I'm going to have to do the dreaded counting, which is just very upsetting. Sure, that targets enemy units. It will not kill. No, don't do that. That's silly. Instead of doing that, we are going to... Why? Oh, wait, why do I have 5M? I don't know. It's not from this. I don't know why I have 5 Ember. I think Twisted Assistant may never die at this position, but oh well. And I'm going to play this stupidly because I apparently am incapable of not doing it. Oh yeah! I forgot. Please don't give it to Twisted back. Oh my god. This game is the worst. Okay. We will give this equipment to you. Play Alchemy, give this equipment to you. Play Secret Ingredient for blue. Blue is good. Soul Smelter on this. You're not dying? That is illegal. Ask me if I'm concerned. Green is good. We'll just play a bunch of greens. Give me spikes. Give me reanimate. I hate this game. I got an extra 5 gold. Okay, that was my plan all along. My master plan, and it worked. So you can't say that I was wrong or did a silly, because that was always the plan. Alright. I feel like I'm just redrawing a handful of useless cards every turn, which is not exactly what you want, but it is unfortunately the fate that hand has dealt us. The hand that fate has dealt us, something like that. We're at the point where my desire to think about this run has sort of gone out the window. I feel like I draw this card every turn. Plague Doctor will kill this guy, which is fine. No, Plague Doctor will die to this guy, which is less fine. It's decidedly less fine. Here you go. Guess you can live up here. I no longer have any cards worth playing. I will take greens. I hope you survive. Because I would like the 1 egg that you will give me. How dare this card consume? This card is already bad. If I want to shoot my pyre for 30 damage in combat, you should allow me to do it. That's my God-given right. We're going to go for greens and try to give reanimate to the one that's holding the siphon. Is that the optimal play? I mean, I doubt it. But Game hates me. And I hate it. I can't give you Twisted Deck. Win? Let's go! For the win, baby! Oh yeah, she is not muted. Pay attention to that. Doesn't really matter. Alright. End turn. I should have lots of money. And lots of money is the key to winning, as I have previously established. That's good. That actually does something. I don't need this. I'm just gonna loot. I only have one more battle left anyway. Fire Gel 2. +1 Pyre Gel, +8 damage. I'll take +1 Pyre Gel. I don't think I can even play this, but I will take it. Oh yeah, I also get I get you. I think this happens first, which is part of what's kicking all of my other stuff into not deployment. I think I just want to remove cards and take money. Those are bad. These are also pretty bad. I think this is just bad in general. Like, why armor 10? Why would I ever pay 145 gold for this? Armor 10? It's an insult. Yeah. No thanks. I'll just keep my money. Money is strong. I will remove Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor is weak in this run. I will remove Soul Smelter. Soul Smelter is useless. So maybe I can actually play Zone of Silence. Just imagine. Imagine a world where some of these useless cards are not useless. Never playing Fight Club. But there's a lot of these cards I'm never playing. We're just gonna send it. Take as much attack power into this fight as possible and hope it carries us through to the end. Did I get Zone of Silence? I did not get Zone of Silence. That's terrible. You bastard. Okay. Alright, we'll play you, and we're just going to play out a bunch of Gold Tooths. We do have some on backup if a few of them die. It's more or less what the strategy for this run is. Barichi can try his best. And I guess this can go here. Alright. Zone of Silence came at the beginning, which is terrific work. That makes life a lot easier. The rest of my hand is full of cards that are bad. The secret ingredient. Yeah, 500 damage on the first turn. Pretty not bad. Go. I actually would like green. Yeah, give me greens. Yeah, give me green. No. No longer need gold. I don't think that applied to a unit that... I don't think it got applied to a gold dragon even one time. And almost every time that I played it foolishly, not remembering that it was going to be randomized. So, other than the first time that I did it, it's really my fault that each and every time it didn't get applied to a gold tooth. But I will still curse the game for doing it to me, even though it's my fault. Okay. It was important to me that you understood this. End turn. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really going to pay that much attention to this fight. I'm just kind of hoping for the best here. We'll play Insatiable Hunger. That targets my units. Replicator Ray. Let's roll the dice. No valid target. So I think what's happening here is it is selecting a target. Actually, if it doesn't work, then obviously it doesn't work. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. Like, what's different? Did it target an enemy and that's what said no valid target, and then it targeted this guy and successfully played but did not do its effect? Unclear. Totally unclear. I suppose there's a world where I could have set it up to work properly, but I didn't. So this is the world that you, the viewer, are forced to live in. Can you tell that I've sort of lost focus in this run? While I do think that this kind of run is fun in principle, it's a run that I've sort of already done, which does make it a little bit less fun, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sure. Sure. Here you go. $732, not bad. Higher gel and unstable explosion is hard to be mad at. This doesn't exhaust. I don't know why I thought that was gonna say consume. Probably just because I wasn't paying attention. Would be my estimation. Sure. Oh, I didn't. For some reason, I thought I was gonna end this turn at 3 energy. It did not appear to happen. Oh, because I already got it from Sanguine Assistant. Greens? I guess I could have played blues, but that's okay. We are growing richer by the moment. Will you kill? Coward. Weakling. Look at that. You can't even do net damage to me. Devilish Details really wants to be played. I can just feel it. Oh, I was like, why is that now negative? Because you went to full health. That's why. Okay, fire starters are literally never play cards. That's fun fact about them. I'm just gonna click enter. Is Orichi gonna survive? How's Orichi doing? Orichi is in fact not going to survive. Don't worry, Orichi, I'm coming to the rescue. In fact, it's probably better to play this and then try to get reanimate again. Didn't work. Didn't work. Terrific stuff. That's Monster Train. Oh, we're winning on this run. All right, well, I guess that is what it is. All right. If you want to defeat this challenge, what you want to do is high roll Goldtooth, and then immediately after giving it multi-strike, you get X5, and you X5 Goldtooth, and then you just play 6 Goldtooths on your floor, on your train, and it wins. And then you don't think about the mutators at all. I don't even remember what they were. I had Volatile Gauge. I know I couldn't play any spells. What was the third one? I can't even remember. Doesn't matter. Oh, I went back to the main menu. Alright, anyway, that was fun. Tune in next time. I'll probably do another one pretty soon. Alright, see you later. Bye!